Most people have never heard of the Maurya Empire. That's a problem, because what happened in India around 320 BCE was one of the most remarkable stories in human history. One man, born in obscurity, trained by a genius, took on the most powerful dynasty in India and won. But before we get to the conquest, we need to talk about a boy. Nobody agrees on where Chandragupta Maurya came from. Some say he was royalty, a lost heir from a forgotten bloodline. Others say he was nobody, a poor child, dusty and barefoot, with nothing but sharp eyes and a quicker mind. What everyone agrees on is this: when a brilliant, bitter scholar named Chanakya first saw him, he stopped. Because Chanakya wasn't looking for a student, he was looking for a weapon. Chanakya is one of the most fascinating figures in all of ancient history. Think of him as India's Machiavelli, except he came first, and he was sharper. He'd served the Nanda dynasty, the most powerful rulers in northern India, men with vast armies, overflowing treasuries, and absolutely no interest in being questioned. So when Chanakya questioned them, they threw him out. That was a mistake, because Chanakya didn't get angry. He got strategic. He made a vow, quiet, cold, and completely serious. The Nandas would fall. He would make sure of it. He just needed the right person to do it through. When he found Chandragupta, the boy was maybe 9 or 10 years old, playing with other children, but not really playing. He was organizing them, giving orders, settling disputes with a confidence that had no business being in a child that age. Chanakya watched for a while, then he made his decision. He would take this boy, train him, shape him into something the Nandas had never faced before. A ruler who combined a warrior's fire with a scholar's precision. This was a long game. The education that followed was unlike anything in that world. Chandragupta learned warfare, the tactics of Persian armies, the discipline of Greek phalanxes, the hit-and-run strategies of the hill tribes. He studied every enemy he might one day face. But Chanakya also taught him something harder. He taught him how people actually work, how a king falls not from the sword, but from the inside, from corrupt officials and hungry generals and noblemen who smile to your face and plot behind your back. He taught him that the most dangerous battlefield isn't the one you can see. By the time Chandragupta was a young man, he was ready, not just to fight, but to think, to plan, to be patient, when patience was the sharpest weapon available. And patience, it turned out, was exactly what the moment required. Because the Nanda dynasty, for all their power, all their armies, all their gold, had made the same mistake rulers always make when they've been on top too long. They stopped paying attention to the people beneath them. Heavy taxes, harsh rule. A king more interested in his own comfort than his kingdom's loyalty. The people weren't just poor, they were ready. Chandragupta and Chanakya saw it clearly. An open attack on the Nandas would be suicide. Their armies were too large, their walls too high. So they didn't attack. Not yet. Instead, they did something more dangerous. They started talking to people, merchants who resented the taxes, soldiers who hadn't been paid, nobles who felt overlooked, village chiefs who'd watched their communities suffer for years. One by one, quietly, they built something the Nandas couldn't see coming: a movement. And that's where we leave Chandragupta for today, young, trained, dangerous, and ready to make his move. In the next episode, we'll watch that move play out. The the campaign that toppled a dynasty, the battle at the gates of Pataliputra, and the moment a boy with nothing became the first emperor of a unified India. The Maurya Empire is just getting started.